Hi, my name is Missy. So let's do some readings. I have some new cards that I want to share with you guys today. I'm not exactly sure what kind of reading this is going to be, as usual. I'm just going to wing it like I always do. If you've been watching any of my most recent readings, you know that I've been trying to focus these readings around the cards that I've been purchasing to offer for sale on my website. And so here we have a new deck. This one is called the Universal Transparent Tarot. So very interesting deck. As you can see, each of the cards is basically transparent with the exception of, oh, I have them upside down. I don't have my glasses on, forgive me. I'm trying to be able to see the computer screen so I can see that whether or not the camera's focusing. So as you can see, it has the picture of each of the tarot cards, but for the most part the card itself is clear, and that's so that you can build them. See? So we're going to use them right now. We're going to use them in a reading. Let me actually explain a little further. This card here is part of the set. I actually glued it to the inside of my board so that I could use this to do this particular reading. I'm going to make some other real quick readings with this as well. But this is the background card that say once you pull your cards, if you put this over the background, then you can see your image there. You can build on top of it. Very cool. So let me show you the rest of, well, not a whole lot left, but there's this card which I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be for. I just took it out because it confuses me. I haven't figured out a way that I want to use it yet. So unless someone knows, but to be honest, I did not read the book. I don't ever read a book when I get a new deck of cards. That's my rule. And funny enough that I was just talking to someone this morning who I've been trying to teach how to read cards, and she was reminding me that one of the first things that I told her, which I know that I tell everyone this is the biggest and best piece of advice I can give to anyone who reads cards, which is throw the book away. When you get your deck of cards, throw the book away, put it in a drawer, put it somewhere where you're not going to look at it, where you're not going to read what someone else's interpretation of those cards is. You want to get to know the cards for yourself, right? So anyway, I did not read this book. I don't know exactly if this card here is supposed to have a special meaning, but this one was pretty easy to figure out. And as you can see, the book is pretty small and it has a couple of different languages here, so you're only going to get maybe 10 or 15 pages of information for the cards anyway, so you kind of have to figure it out with these decks. All right. So one thing I'm noticing with this deck, because I have been playing with it, excuse me, it's a little slippery. So if you're someone like me who likes to use lotion, that kind of stuff, like, you might want to pay attention to that, because they do get a little bit, they get slippery. I've had a few times that they just kind of slide everywhere and the cards fly. Other than that, they're pretty easy to handle, pretty well made. So let's get into it. What we're going to do is, I'm actually going to do the reading first here with the focus card. I'm going to show you guys how to build them to get your reading. Unfortunately, I do not have a camera that I can zoom in so that you can see the cards better. That's something I have to look at in the future. But I will explain it as we go, and then at the end we'll go ahead and pull some charms to see if there are any extra messages that your team wants you to have. All right, so take a minute to breathe with me. I'll go ahead and get the cards shuffled. I'm gonna have to do this. I didn't think about my cute little setup here. And actually, now that we're talking about the setup, that reminds me of something else that I wanted to explain for this reading. Because of the astrology that we have happening right now, we've got Venus combust, along with the solar eclipse happening. So Venus goes combust on the 23rd, I believe it is, and then we have the solar eclipse on the 25th. And so, you know, this is energy, especially with everything that was happening in Libra recently, all of this relationship energy that we have going on, the retrogrades. There's a very good chance that there will be, you know, relationships happening, relationship issues happening, love issues happening. So I wanted to focus this reading on that. I want to focus solely on love. This is not going to be anything about work, money, none of that kind of stuff, unless it comes up as part of the love reading. Sorry, the song in the background is kind of catching my attention. I wasn't in the reading yet, but we have Young Life Crisis by Upsall. That could be a message for someone that you may want to look up. So anyway, when I was looking at, you know, what were the crystals and things that I wanted to incorporate into the reading, like what is the energy that I wanted to bring into the reading, because we're talking about love and relationships, well, I was looking at what I had, and every single piece that I have picked for this particular setup here, including this particular box, actually, with the exception of the cards and the flowers, and actually I have a couple of rings here too that were gifts as well. But anyway, but with the exception of the flowers and the cards and this particular board here, everything here was a gift from someone to me. So they all hold special meanings. So I want to kind of leave this here, which means the reading may take an extra minute or two so that I can shuffle between, because I don't want to have to move my board out of the way. I want to keep the picture pretty. All right, so now take a minute to breathe with me, please. Hi, Aquarius. So we're starting off with the song River. Also, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. If you are, you might want to watch that video and you'll understand why. But as I'm starting your video, it is exactly 4:32 p.m., which is an angel number. We also have the number 51 on my phone. It's 4:32 p.m. and 51% on my phone. So we've got the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're just a little bit out of order. Come on, focus. Of course it's not going to, because whatever, it doesn't matter. Just trust me, that's what time it was exactly, which is an angel number, which basically, it's like a countdown. I always see it as a countdown, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? Especially, even though it's a little bit out of order. So basically, the message coming through with that is that whatever the steps are that you need to take, like you might be taking them out of order in some way, just take it however it resonates for your situation. Let's just go ahead and breathe with me. Let's get the cards shuffled so that we can look at what's happening for you. And I don't know if I already mentioned it, but the song River by Bishop Briggs. It's been calling your name. One more shuffle. Okay, I lied. Another one or two. It just doesn't feel ready yet. Could be the reason that the steps were out of order, right? Like you have to go back and Like maybe you missed a step, have to go back and fix it, or you feel like you've completed the steps, but it's just not ready. Take that however that resonates for your situation. Something about the steps being taken out of order. I'm losing daylight. We have the song Cuff It by Beyonce. Okay, and then we also have the Five of Swords, energy of defeat. And I gotta be really honest with you, because something interesting just happened when this card came out. Everything that I was feeling before it literally went right out my head. Like literally, whew, blew right away, right out, all gone. Every impression that I was feeling before, I can't even remember what I said before, to be honest with you, because of this Five of Swords, which is defeat, conflict, feeling like there's no way that you can win because the other side is willing to win at all costs, willing to do whatever it takes to win. You can't win for losing. That could be the reason that everything that I was thinking and feeling before just, right, poof, gone, right? Like there's some sort of argument or something that happens where you're like, holy crap, there's just no way I can win. There's no way I can come out of this a victor or whatever. Like I'm defeated no matter which way I turn. Very interesting. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck now, I can barely see. Oh, that's the Two of Swords. Okay, so we'll get to that in just a second. The fact that I can barely see it, but that I know what it is, that's important. On this side here, we've got the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and then the Page of Cups. This is all new beginning energy. It's like the offer of a new beginning. Somebody has an idea that they would like to, some idea, plan, some offer, something that they would like to present to someone else, but they're conflicted about doing it, and the reason for it is because of this Five of Swords energy. It's something about defeat. It's like, what's the point? Like I'm fucked either way. I'm sorry to say it that way, but that's how it's coming across. Like I'm fucked either way. I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't, because you are going to be or the other side is going to be ruthless. Right? It's ruthless energy that comes through with the Five of Swords. So now I have two questions. Ruthless about what? And then what is the offer? So let's see if we can figure that out, right? Like an unwillingness to accept defeat. I think that's the ruthlessness. Like there's this, there's no way you're ever going to, or somebody, there's no way they will ever accept defeat. They will never say that they were wrong. They will never say that they lost. They will never something. Or maybe it is that they will never change. We have the song Stressed Out, 21 Pilots. So we want to know, what is this offer, and what is, ruthless about what, right? And I think the ruthless question has been answered. It's the unwillingness to accept defeat. Ruthless about their own personal victory, their own personal I can't even say gain, because, you know, sometimes victory comes with loss, right? And that's what this feels like. Like, at least one side actually kind of, like, that's what the ruthlessness is. Like, I don't care how much I have to lose in order to win, as long as I win. So what's the offer? I don't know why I'm looking at the bottom of the deck, but we have, first of all, the Ten of Swords is the most prominent card on the bottom, so there's some sort of betrayal. Interesting, though, that we have the Chariot with the Five of Pentacles in the same row here on this side. And then on this side we have the Eight of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So, yeah, I was just getting ready to say this is like some sort of message, right? Like message or information that, like, it's like somebody's just walking away because they're tired of waiting. They're tired of waiting, tired of waiting for information, for a message. They're tired of waiting, tired of waiting, tired of waiting. And what they're saying on this song is, wish we could turn back time to the good old days. So, I don't know, there's something here about it's like the good old times with a person, but now you're sitting there waiting for something, from some information, some sort of something, answer or something from them, maybe a response, maybe for them to notice you, something. And then over here you're in turmoil about it because there's betrayal and rejection as well. It's like this rejection, you saw it coming, right? That's why this one is the most prominent card on the bottom of the deck. Like, you knew you were going to be rejected. And you were in turmoil about it. Maybe, here's the other, actually, here's really what it feels like. I got to be really honest, right? I feel like this is going on with this defeated energy, this person that wants, they don't care what they lose as long as they win, right? They got to win at all costs. And I think what they're losing is you. And the reason is that maybe, I think you probably either reached out to them or something. Now we've got, we got REO Speedwagon, Take It on the Run, but it's the song I heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who, somebody gave you information, or you asked information, or you reached out or something, and either this person was okay with losing you in order to win, and you feel rejected, but you saw that rejection come in because everybody else tried to warn you that that's what they were going to do because that's their pattern, right? Or you felt it coming intuitively, but you were in turmoil about whether or not you should reach out to this person anyway, and then you got either get ghosted or rejected or something, right? Like, there's something that you wanted to either talk to them about or bring up or something, and maybe like they reacted wrong, but you knew that that's kind of how they were going to react, if that makes sense. I think that that's tied into this this energy here, this Five of Swords. I don't think this is the offer. I think this is tied into this, I feel, defeated energy, right? There's no point, because what's the point? Because I'm going to lose. I'll never win with this person, and this is why right here. So now let's see what the offer is. Actually, let's go ahead and do the hand over hand, because I already shuffled a bunch. I feel a little clumsy, so give me a second to get coordinated. Maybe the offer is clumsy. I don't know. Maybe that's something you should plan. Okay, so we've got three cards. We've got the Hanged Man hiding the Tower, and you've got the Nine of Swords underneath that. I gotta be really honest with you. We asked, what is the offer, right? What is this offer? Zorro, no. So interesting that that happened in your reading too. Again, if you are dealing with a Capricorn, you're definitely going to want to watch that reading, because the same thing happened with my dog trying to steal my cat's food. And in Capricorn's reading, I thought, you know, well, maybe that's something, that's a message for someone where you feel as if someone tried to steal something from you, or they did steal something from you, or something, you were cheated in some way, right? So I feel like this offer is the offer of, let's talk, let me understand things, let me tell me, what is your side, let me hear your side, I'm open to hearing your side, when in reality that's not the actual truth. This person, like the person, the offer that of understanding, right, this offer of I see your point of view is not, it's not actually as honest as it could be, because of these two cards. I think the person coming in to make this offer probably had something shocking happen, and they are just in their head worried. Oh my God. Especially this song over here, it's going, I don't believe it, not for a minute, you're under the gun, so you take it on the run, kind of. That's what the right. And so there's ulterior motives in this offer of understanding, this offer of, I see your point of view. Maybe they don't, there's something more going on behind the scenes. Not that they don't see your point of view. I think that there's something going on with them where they want your point of view, but they're saying that they see your point of view so that they can talk or something, right? We have the song, hold on. Shoddy is the shit. I'm not saying that right. I know I'm not. There's probably people laughing at me. I swear to God, go ahead. Shoddy is the shit. I'm old. Leave me alone. And it's by The Dream. Okay. So anyway, on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Hermit over the Four of Swords. Somebody needs to do some shadow work. Absolutely. Shadow work, shadow work, shadow work. Someone needs to go in and look at, like, what are your true motives? What are your true beliefs? What are your true, like, do your shadow work, your true needs as well. And that's Virgo on this side. It's Virgo energy, but it doesn't have to mean that you're dealing with a Virgo. It could just mean somebody has Virgo in their chart, and that's what they need to embrace, that part of their chart. Especially if it's like sun, moon, or not sun, yeah, sun, moon, or rising. And then over here we've got the Six of Cups with the King of Wands. So this is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. But it's also like, I miss the good old days, which we already heard in the other song, right? Like reminiscing about the, like a fire sign, fire energy is reminiscing about the good old days. It could also be something about children. Like, remember we said there was something going on in the background. It could be something happening with somebody's children in the background where, you know, you've got this concern and you need somebody's opinion, or you want someone's perspective or opinion on what's happening, because you're feeling conflicted and you're having a hard time, like, doing this shadow work about it, or, you know, coming to grips with something, right? Understanding something at a higher intuitive level. Also, it's healing energy because this is Virgo. So it's like you're seeking healing because of the Hermit card. That's what he does when he does his shadow work. Also with the Four of Swords, it's also, you know, the energy of, like, sit down before you fall down. You need to take a rest. It's like your spa day energy, like go have a spa day, or go meditate, do your shadow work, right? What is the advice for this situation? The best advice for the person watching, because you know, you're the one really that, if you're watching this, you're going to have more control over the situation than anyone else. At least you're a part of the situation. actually feel like it needs to go like that, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so what is the best advice for the person watching this reading? I actually feel like it's that one. So we've got the King of Cups coming through. The best advice literally is to get yourself balanced emotionally, right? Like the King of Cups is very mature emotionally. And so, you know, that's your advice here, especially with you've got the Justice card with the Four of Swords again. And I think this is the Nine of Pentacles. So it's saying your freedom comes from getting in balance and getting in touch, like doing that shadow work that we talked about. But look at, we have the King of Pentacles here. So the King of Cups, King of Pentacles, and with the Six of Cups. You could be dealing with a Taurus or an Earth sign. We did have Virgo come out before. And it could be somebody from your past, I feel like it could be a reconciliation. Oh, so if this is like saying balance your emotions before you reach out to this person, especially like get yourself grounded with this King of Pentacles here. Take on the energy of the King of Pentacles, like the energy of Taurus, which is very grounded energy, nurturing energy as well, so that you can nurture this like friendship, connection, relationship, family, whatever this is. But that's your best advice, is to get yourself balanced emotionally. Make sure that you have a plan, right? And get grounded. All right, so let's get some charms before I end up losing all of the light. I was hoping I could tape more videos without having to use the light inside my house. I like the sunlight. Okay, so we got a couple letters here. All right. So the letters can represent people, places, or things that are important to the situation. Obviously, E is going to be the most important because it was here on top of the cards. You know, you need to bring joy back to your life, right? With these Christmas bells coming out on top of that King of Cups. Remember, the advice was to get yourself balanced emotionally, bring happy, you know, allow yourself to feel happiness, or allow yourself to bring happiness back in. I think you're exhausted, but there is like support coming in, possibly from a person with the, you know, with a letter E in their name. I think it's support when it comes to like your worries, right? Like what it is that you're worried about. There are some small surprises coming as well with this particular. It could be small surprises from your children, or surprises. Something will surprise you about your children. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that here. I hope it resonates. If it does not, please stick around. There may be another reading for you here on the channel that does. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell your friends, anything you can to help me. And I thank you for watching. I forgot to mention the song Secret Life by Debbie Harry, and it keeps, the part that keeps jumping out at me is when she's saying two sides to every story, two sides to every story. So take that however it resonates for your situation.